The rain had been falling for hours, soft at first, then heavy enough to blur the world outside. Arav stood by the window of his small apartment, staring at the city lights flickering through the storm. In his hand was a letter, creased, worn, and read too many times. It was the last thing his father had written before he passed away. "You don't have to become perfect," the letter said. "Just don't stop becoming better." Arav closed his eyes. Those words had once felt like a burden. Now they felt like the only thing holding him together. Life hadn't gone the way he planned. Dreams he once chased with fire now felt like distant shadows. Rejections piled up. Friends moved ahead. Time slipped through his fingers like sand. Somewhere along the way, he started believing that maybe he just wasn't enough. "Maybe I tried," he whispered to himself, "but maybe trying isn't enough." The room was silent except for the rain tapping against the glass like a quiet reminder that the world keeps moving no matter what. He walked to the mirror and stared at his reflection. Tired eyes, unshaven face, a person he barely recognized anymore. "When did I lose myself?" he asked softly. Memories rushed back, of laughter, of late-night talks with his father, of dreams that once felt so real. He remembered how his father used to say, "The world will try to break you, but it's your job to decide how you break, into pieces or into something stronger." Arav clenched his fists. "Stronger," he repeated, but the word felt heavy. He slid down to the floor, his back against the wall, and let the tears fall freely. Not the kind you hide, the kind that come from deep inside, carrying years of silent pain. "I'm tired," he admitted. "I'm so tired of trying and failing." For a moment, everything felt still. Then, almost like a whisper in his heart, his father's voice echoed again. "Being tired doesn't mean you stop. It means you rest, and then you rise again." Arav took a deep breath. The words didn't magically fix everything. The pain was still there. The doubts hadn't disappeared. But something shifted, just a little. He looked at the letter again, then slowly stood up. "What if I try one more time?" he said, not with confidence, but with courage. Because sometimes courage isn't loud. Sometimes it's just a quiet decision to keep going. He walked back to the window. The rain was starting to slow down. The city lights looked clearer now. Maybe life wasn't about having everything figured out. Maybe it was about showing up, even when your heart feels heavy. Maybe it was about believing that even broken pieces can create something beautiful. Arav wiped his tears and gave himself a small, almost fragile smile. "I'm not done yet." And in that moment, he realized something powerful. You don't need to be strong all the time. You just need to be strong enough to not give up. Because even the darkest nights eventually make way for the morning. And sometimes, the most meaningful victories begin with a simple, quiet promise. "I will try again."